This is the Pretty Spiritual channel, and you're going to see this cord over here because right now I have my headset on, and I have my headset on because um, I just ate all this good food, uh, that was grilled today, and had a good old time. And you know how it gets, after you had something to eat and it just kind of settles in. So my energy is a little lower, but I felt like doing a reading on my channel and I felt like doing a health reading. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. And so let's go ahead and get going with this reading. So, first things first, disclaimer, I am not a medical professional of any kind, okay? I'm not a licensed medical professional. If you have any serious health issues, please, please go see a licensed health professional, whether it be a doctor, a nurse practitioner, or, a natural medicine doctor of some kind, okay? And if you're having an emergency, you may want to go to, urgent care, 911, something like that. They still have to see you regardless if you have medical care or not. They just will bill you. And if you don't have any medical insurance, just let them know and they will put you on some sort of income, like plan, like where you pay based off of your income, whether you have income or not. Okay. But there's no reason that you guys can't go see somebody, at least if you live in the U.S., okay? Um, Regardless if you're fearing you're going to get a medical bill later or not. All right, so um, health, this is the health tips portions of this video. There are timestamps in the description box below and also in the um, uh, in the where the messages are, where the comments are. Um, if the timestamps are not there yet, they will be there later. Either you guys can do the timestamps or I will get to the timestamps and do them myself. Okay. Appreciate you guys. So, first things, fish oil. Fish oil is great to take if you would like to keep your heart healthy. It also can be known for helping to balance hormones. Okay. It is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, if you want to know more about fish oil and what omega-3 fatty acids are, you can go and Google it up, and I promise you, you will learn so much. You can also look it up on YouTube, and there are so many wonderful videos and info. By the way, I like to look at Dr. Eric Berg and uh, Motivational Doc with Dr. Mandell. They're both wonderful, but there's plenty of wonderful natural health doctors slash chiropractors. There's also medical doctors as well. There's a favorite of mine. I cannot remember their name, but I will try to include them in the description box and possibly in the comment section. Okay, but you guys do your research. If you want to learn more about health, there are natural things and then there's pharmaceuticals. And I'm big on natural things. I'm fine with pharmaceuticals when it is actually a health condition that cannot be treated with natural, um, vitamins and herbs and eating healthy. Okay, so I'm not against either one. But you have calcium, magnesium, zinc. This is good for healthy, strong teeth and bones. And also, that magnesium is good for your muscles, especially if you've been having like leg cramps or anything, or cramping, period, especially you ladies. If you, I notice that when I'm taking a calcium magnesium at least once or twice a week, I've, I haven't had cramps during a menstrual cycle in forever, like literally. Um, and zinc is very good for boosting your immune system naturally. That's been scientifically proven. And this is what you would call a multivitamin in a form because it has calcium, magnesium, and zinc and vitamin D together because they complement one another. They help each other to absorb better in the body, and they work hand in hand to give you healthy, strong teeth and bones and muscles, and also a healthier, boosted immune system. Magnesium is also good for muscle relaxation. And vitamin D, of course, you guys know, is good for boosting the immune system, among other things, when it comes to healthy teeth and bones. If you are having fertility issues as a woman, okay, royal jelly, it's something that is commonly known in the natural health community, that it's supposed to help with your eggs, or with generally, yeah, with the eggs. So if you are kind of needing to boost the health with your eggs or something, or improve your fertility, um, royal jelly, because this is what the queen bee eats, and she produces so many offspring. Okay, so um, this one happens to have Korean ginseng and L-rutho in it, but there are some that are sold. Plenty of them sold without it. This one just happened to have some extra stuff. But naturally, there's also going to be bee pollen and propolis in it, and some natural enzymes and things. I like bee pollen because it helps with respiratory issues. At least it definitely helped me with respiratory issues. I used to have a um, really heavy chest and really heavy breathing when I go running, until I start taking bee pollen in very, very small amounts. Now, if I take it in a large amount, like what's typically recommended, it can cause me to literally get allergies. So, you guys, if you try anything new that's natural, make sure you either seek out your doctor about it first, or get allergy tested for it, or in my case, I try a little tiny bit. I never take the recommended dosage, because I never know if it's something new that I've never taken before, how my body is going to react to it. And just in case I might happen to have an allergic reaction, I take just a little tiny bit, just to make sure that it won't be a severe allergic reaction if I have one. In a lot of cases, I have not had any allergic reactions, except for taking um, what would be considered recommended amounts of bee pollen. So I never take recommended amounts of bee pollen. I take, like, if they say take, like, let's say the capsules, if I bought the capsules, if they say take 6, I take 1. And I will literally do that maybe once with food for the week, and that's it. And I still reap the health benefits of a better respiratory health. Okay, cinnamon, and it looks like I'm almost out. Cinnamon, mine is in capsule form. You can take it in powder form, and add it to a favorite smoothie or something or whatever. But cinnamon is known to help lower blood sugar levels. Okay, and it also supports well, it says, the best way to describe it, it supports sugar metabolism, but it helps lower your blood sugar levels, okay? Um, I also kind of like the fact that, it kind of gives that after aroma of cinnamon, and I just like cinnamon. But moving on, vitamin E, this is for healthy skin and hair, but it also is for a healthy heart. So it helps support a healthy heart. Vitamin E. Mine is in capsule form. Um, I think you can also get it in the droppers, like one of these. And then turmeric. This is a turmeric curcumin complex, in which this has not only turmeric in it, but it also has black pepper extract. You don't have to get the one that is a complex. You can't just get turmeric by itself. Turmeric is it's like a spice or whatever, and it's more commonly used in uh, Ayurvedic practices, but and it's also a spice that is heavily used in like Indian foods and cuisine and whatnot. But if you're into natural health, then turmeric has wonderful benefits of lowering inflammation in the body, and inflammation can cause pain and health issues and whatnot. Um, So it's a great herb to take. Um, and even if you don't have issues with inflammation, in which a lot of people today have issues with inflammation and they don't even realize it. So it's good to take for that reason. But um, I also like to take it because it's good for overall general health. Like it promotes better circulation and a better metabolism and whatnot. So moving forward, we have three piles for this reading, okay? And we have three health supplements that represents each one. You have the vitamin C pile here. You have the wellness, so that's the vitamin C pile. You have the wellness formula pile, and which is good for boosting the immune system and maintaining general overall health. And then you have the black seed oil pile here, which is the third pile. Okay, and black seed oil is good for boosting the immune system and lowering inflammation in the body. It actually is known to be a cure-all for pretty much almost anything you could think of. Okay, vitamin C boosting the immune system. So pile 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I'm going to use all these decks, but for you to pick the reading that you want, you can pause, figure out which group you want to go with, because that will be the reading that should resonate with you the most. And if it does not, then you may choose another pile. However, if none of the piles resonate with you, um, then I'm not sure what you're doing here. But I've never had a pile to not resonate with anybody before. But you know, I recommend picking one pile. But if you would like to pick more than one, you can. Um, okay. All right. So I'm gonna move the three of these back here. Okay. And I'm using all of these decks, but if you chose the vitamin C group, then your reading is first. Okay. So I'm gonna move those back. All right. Vitamin C group, you're up. So I'm using the Herbal Tarot deck here. Okay, the Herbal Tarot deck, and by Michael, Tierra, and Candace Canton, because it is a deck in which each card has an herb on it, and it generally relates to health issues. So I'm going to be pulling a card or maybe even a few cards from this particular deck, and then I'm going to pull from some of the other decks that I have to just get a gist of overall what is going on with your overall health, and then to see if there's any specific health issues. So this is about your physical, mental, emotional, psychological, and spiritual health. Okay. Many of you may want to know, though, about your physical health issues, and that's perfectly fine. But keep in mind, I am not a medical professional. I am not a licensed medical professional. Okay. So if you are really, truly needing some health advice, it's best to seek out a licensed medical professional. Otherwise, there are some links below for you to check out Dr. Mandell, Motivational Docs, and Dr. Eric Berg, and a couple of others that I think are wonderful in terms of giving good health advice, and they are licensed medical professionals of some sort, okay? But make sure you go see your own doctor. So, vitamin C group, group 1, what are some actual potential health issues for you guys? And this reading is timeless. All of my readings are timeless. I don't care what anybody says. The way things work is whenever there is something that you need to see it, you will see it when you need to see it. And I've experienced that many times where I could go to a reading that's 5 years old and literally it will resonate, okay, in the present time. So, contrary to what anybody else may believe, whatever information is picked up from the spiritual realm, there is no such thing as time in the spiritual realm. That's why something can be, resonate at any point when you come across it. When you come across it, okay, at a particular time that you're supposed to receive that information. And anybody spiritual definitely knows that. So, all right. Can you time a reading? Yes, you can. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right. So I'm going to put that as it fell out. So that is the strength card. I want to say that came out in reverse, but it almost wanted to go sideways. So some of you are probably, you may be having some issues with your will in terms of, when I say your will, like struggling to kind of hang in there. Some of you are trying to hang in there. It's like some of you may be feeling like you're losing your will, and some of you trying to push through with your will, just really hang in there. You know what I'm saying? Some of you trying to pull easy in a situation, or some of you may be trying to keep your mouth hushed because um, you don't want to stir up anything, or you may not want to get any kind of drama, or you just don't feel like any hassles. Some of you, though, you're just not in your best strength, or you may not be in your best health. Some of you may feel weak mentally, emotionally, physically, or just feel drained in some form, mentally, emotionally, physically. I'm even hearing that some right now are spiritually weak, okay? Um, Meaning maybe you're losing your sense of purpose, like I said, or losing your sense of will in this world. Some of you may be not sure where you are aligned with your morals and your values, or like I said, your purpose. Some of you may be having a hard time resisting temptation also, is what I'm hearing. So I have lots of different spiritual gifts. So sometimes I hear things, sometimes I see things visually, and I'm trying to see if there's any other cards that may want to come out. And there are those right there. Okay, Six of Pentacles. So some of you right now, you may need some help right now. Some of you, because maybe you are, like I said, you're not feeling your best, or you're not feeling you're at your strongest, or some of you may not have it all together, and you're needing someone to help you out, or you're needing someone to be generous and kind. Some of you may need financial assistance or something. Some of you need help or assistance in some form. Okay. Some of you may need to reach out, or somebody needs to reach out to you in regards to turning your situation around. And then um, you have the Hangman, which is suspended person sideways. Interesting. And this is all, I feel like this is the way these cards come out. It's like it comes full circle for some reason. You guys may be waiting for somebody to reach out. And right now, you don't have this. Some of you may know you need to reach out, but you don't have the strength to do so, or the courage. And so you're just hanging there, and you're just waiting, and you're trying to figure out, do you wait this out? Do you hang in there? Do you bail? Do you leave? Some of you, you're, like I said, I feel like you're trying to hang in there, waiting to see if the other shoe is going to drop, or waiting to see if something that you need is going to come through, whether it be some assistance, help, or just whatever it is that you're waiting on, that either will help you out, or put you in a better situation or a better position in some form. Some of you waiting some results or something. So now I want to see what each specific card in terms of a health issue that correlates to each card based off of the herb that's here, because there's an herb on each card, and based off of that herb, certain herbs are good for certain specific health issues. And because I'm still learning this deck, I'm still going to refer to the booklet, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull out some of the health cards that I created with all of the different chakra colors and things. And if I see more colors than certain others, that's also going to tell me spiritually which chakra is out of line for you guys. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see what the strength card. Okay. So strength card, you have cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper. Okay. Cayenne stimulates the circulation of blood and energy, raises vitality, counteracts putrefaction and gas and stops bleeding. Okay. So, and I hope you guys can hear me. So, some of you guys may actually need to get some red peppers in your diet. I like or something at least spicy. I like spicy peppers and spicy foods when also I have sinus issues, like if you have sinus blockage or sinus congestion, eating something spicy like peppers or something just spicy in general can help drain those sinuses and whatnot, okay? And yes, peppers and spicy things are good for circulation. It's also good for if you guys have any, um, like let's say you go traveling and you eat the food and you end up with some kind of diarrhea or something. Uh, Usually in those situations, a person has picked up some sort of bacteria or some sort of parasite or something that's causing them to have diarrhea and be sick. Peppers and spices and things can help, um, clear that out of you, okay? So, symbolically, you would probably use peppers for coldness. So some of you may be experiencing chills or something, lack of vitality, blockages on all levels, or feeling isolated. Okay, so those are some of the health and wellness issues you guys could also be experiencing. Okay, so circulation of blood. So you may need to stimulate circulation of the blood. You may need better energy. You may need better vitality to counteract putrefaction. You may have issues with gas or um, some sort of unnecessary bleeding or something, coldness, lack of vitality, blockages on all levels, isolation. All right, let's move forward to um, the Six of Pentacles. There is the hops. There's the hops on there. So let's see what the herb hops is for. Sorry, you guys, if I'm a little slow. By the way, you guys can go to the speed settings in the menu and put it on either 1.5x or 2x to speed the reading up if you need to. You can hear everything sped up. All right, so Six of Pentacles with the hops herb. It's a digestive tonic, okay? So you guys may be having digestive issues and it can help with that. This is also a nervine type of herb, a relaxant. So if you guys have if you're having issues where you just seem to be a bundle of nerves or you need to relax or something, it's also a diuretic. It's hypnotic. The flowers are used to relieve nervousness, aid in digestion, and promote urination and relieve fevers. So some of you may be experiencing, fever. Um, you may need to promote better urination. By the way, urination, you're clearing out toxins through your urine, by the way. If you have any digestive issues or you're a nervous wreck or you just need to relieve nervousness, okay? That's what hops is good for. Divinatory meanings, organization, giving each their due and being attentive to details, okay? All right. So we're going to jump to the suspended person slash the hanged man to see what health issues could be resulting from the hangman here. Okay, kelp. So kelp is the herb that is on this particular card. And oh, sorry, guys, I lost my spot. Yeah, so Neptune, god of the sea, rules this card. Kelp is a demulcent and a dissolvent of tumors. So if you're having some issues with tumors, this can help. It can stimulate the thyroid as well. So if you have any thyroid issues, remove goiters and stimulate metabolism. So that's good if you're having a low metabolism, if you're trying to get rid of goiters, and if you have a underactive thyroid or thyroid that's not really doing what it needs to do. Okay. Um, Divinatory meanings, finding one's own way, returning to the source, initiation, spiritual breakthroughs, inner commitment. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and see what health issues are here for you guys potentially based off of the cards here that I've created. These are my health cards that I personally created for health issues. And so that yellow one fell there, so I'm going to put that out. Okay, so interesting. Somebody might be having an issue with diarrhea. And I mentioned this earlier with the strength card in reverse and the cayenne pepper and spices and whatnot. Like I said, if you guys have diarrhea because you have some sort of bacteria, some issues with like something you may have eaten from some sort of, that got bad bacteria in it or something. Because usually diarrhea comes from a food that has a lot of bacteria in it, whether you can tell or not. It can also come from, what is it that I said earlier? Well, you remember what I said earlier because I can't think as clearly. I kind of have the sleepy brain from eating earlier. Okay, so we have another yellow card here. Fearful. Okay, so some of you guys, thank you for the likes, by the way, and I'm saying hello and thank you for the likes too, because this is being recorded live. So someone here may be fearful of something, which makes a lot of sense here because the strength card in reverse oftentimes indicates a lack of courage or being literally afraid to rock the boat or not wanting to start anything that could potentially have some sort of consequences or something. And it's like there's a need here with the Six of Pentacles to get some help with this or some sort of assistance with this and just hanging in there. Usually somebody who's just hanging in there is like somebody who, almost can't either make up their mind or they are hesitant in some form, So, okay. All right. So we also have, somebody might have issues, health issues related to the kidneys. Someone here may be possibly anemic. And you guys, you just take what resonates and what doesn't, leave it where it is, because you all may not have all of these issues. Some of you may only have one or two of these issues. Okay, you have hormones. Okay, there's a lot of yellow cards coming out here. So, rashes. Somebody may be experiencing issues with a rash or rashes. One thing is clear here, whether you guys are experiencing some of these issues and they are physical health issues or they are psychological health issues or whatever kind of issues they are, I'm clearly seeing there's a need to detox in some form, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, because some of these issues are, I think, due, they may be due to a need to detox what is toxifying or what is toxic to the body or to your mental or emotional or psychological health. beyond, you know, the physical health there. And let me see, I want 3 more possibly, maybe, or maybe I don't need to do 3 more, but I'm going to do 3 more because you never know. There's another orange one. Okay. Someone here may be pregnant, or maybe, so someone may be pregnant, or or someone may be desiring to be pregnant. So it's possible that it's fertility issues and a gallbladder. Someone might have an issue with a gallbladder. And let's see if I can get one more card here for a potential health issue. And the reason why I do these cards is because it's for awareness, because some of you may be aware of these issues, some of you may not be aware of these issues, but I feel like awareness is important. And I don't want you guys to become a hypochondriac, meaning you think you have all of these health issues just because they're presented. Some of you may not have all of these health issues. Some may have 1 or 2. Some may not have any of these. And some of them, they are avoidable if you can tackle whatever health issues. I'm all about prevention. I'm all about prevention. So if you can get on top of, making sure you take care of your health overall, you could possibly avoid some of these issues. Or go to see your doctor or health practitioner. Okay, so I only wanted one more, but here we go. Somebody might be shaky or have cold hands, which is interesting because a nervous issue was brought up before, and kelp can help with that if you have a nervousness condition. Okay, I think hops also was mentioned. Someone maybe, just because they all came out, I'm just going to just throw them out there anyway. Someone may be possibly bipolar, or at least feeling like they're that way. Maybe somebody else might be. Someone is exhausted. Someone might have issues with fibroids, and in which if you do, most health practitioners recommend that you lower your dairy consumption and you lower your meat consumption and eat more fruits and vegetables, drink more water, detox. Okay. Someone here is unmotivated, bored, or unenthusiastic. Okay. And honestly, all this energy resonated with the issues that came up with these cards. Okay. But there's like the most cards that I see here is the yellow and the orange. Yellow and orange. And the second most is the blue. So, blue is for the throat chakra. Green is for the heart chakra. Purple is for the crown chakra. Red for the root chakra. And the orange and the yellow here. What's the other chakra here? There is the well, I'm going to call it the navel chakra because right now I can't think of thank you guys for like the rest of the original name for it, but the navel chakra, okay? Sacral, I think, yeah, sacral chakra. Navel and sacral chakra, okay? So when you see the yellow and the orange, okay? So you guys may want to, if you're into doing chakra balancing, which I kind of recommend everybody gets into it a bit, even if you just listen to a guided meditation or a soundtrack that, helps with balancing the chakras, you'd be surprised how well you can improve health conditions or even get rid of health conditions in some cases when you take the time to balance your chakras, because some health conditions literally are a result of imbalanced spiritual energy, okay? But keep in mind, I am not a licensed medical practitioner, so whatever health issues you're having, whether it is physical, mental, psychological, emotional, or whatever, still seek out a licensed professional, okay? Now, let's see if there is anything else going on here real quick that I can get for you guys moving forward. Okay. All right. So you guys got the Ace of Coins here sideways. So I feel like, and this is kind of energy because I'm looking at the card. This is almost like an energy of needing to find balance with, um, like there's something you guys need to reserve, whether it's your energy you need to reserve. Some of you, I feel like you may need to start saving when it comes to your money. And I'm bringing this up because, believe it or not, financial issues can affect your health, your mental and your emotional health, which could eventually affect your physical health. Okay. Um, a lot of times people don't see how they relate, but they do. And what's interesting is the way all these particular cards, these three cards came out, the way they fell out, they're in a circle, literally, like in a circle or a triangle, meaning each one of these affect the other. And I got a feeling here that whatever's going on in your life or with your health or your well-being or whatever particular area of your life or even all areas, they're all affecting the other, all of them. And so there's a need for you to find some sort of balance here. There may be a need for you to make up your mind with something. There's a need maybe for you to find courage or strength here. But whether whatever kind of strength, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional or something, um, you guys, it's almost like as much as you guys, some of you may feel like you need help or assistance with some of this, I got a feeling there is a sentiment that you may need to also help yourself. So before seeking help from an outside source, some of you could stand to also help yourself by doing some things that you know could benefit you that you may have been putting off or ignoring, or things you may not even be aware that you could do to help empower yourself and put yourself in a better position in your life, in your actual health, your wellness, your well-being, or whatever it may be. Okay. So it's like there's some sort of accountability that has to happen here, and recognizing where you're contributing to whatever this is that's affecting your health, your well-being, and your overall situation. Um, so, and it's not to say that there isn't help that you can't gain, but for some of you, I feel like you need to reach out and seek it and to gain it, and you need to have the courage and the guts to do so. For others of you, it feels like you need to start preserving some of your energy, because if you're drained and you're experiencing, um, you know, different health issues, it may be due to the fact that you're overwhelming yourself and you've literally poured yourself out in a way that you've given your own strength away, literally, okay? And it's causing you to not feel well, get sick, have an imbalanced system in some form, and just literally just be exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever, and have, health issues coming out of it. Um, some of you, I feel like financially, seriously, you need to balance out your money, your finances, meaning start putting some money away, even if you think you can't. You'd be surprised what putting $5 or $10 a week away could do for you. And, um, some of you are still probably getting tax returns coming in. Just because you get that tax return doesn't mean you go wild and just start spending. Put some of that money away. Always save for a rainy day, even if you think that those few bucks don't matter, they matter, okay? Um, and start looking at where you can, um, be more balanced with your spending. You don't have to get everything you want, get some things you want, and then save for the rest of it. Be wise, manage your money wisely, because for some of you, I think money issues could be stressing you out or be causing you some sort of issues or something. But there's a need also for somebody to, um, there's something you need to, like I said, you need to give or put into your own overall wealth and health, well-being and health. Okay, some of you need to invest in your health. So some of you need to start eating better, eating healthier, maybe taking, some vitamins or herbal supplements. learning to detox, here and there, getting better sleep, better rest, lowering stressful situations as much as possible, exercising, meditation, whatever it is you need to do. Um, okay. And some of you may need to invest in yourself in maybe, like I said, somewhere in your career and in your financial sector, somehow. Okay. Some of you may need to go to school to get a better job. There's just something that you guys need to put in, that you need to invest into yourself, for you to have a better situation overall with your health and well-being. Okay. So let me see if there's anything else to gain here out of this. I don't really think I need to. Let me just see. I'm just curious. These readings are going to be longer than I want them to, but it's okay. Okay, that's a lot. That's more than I wanted. Okay. What I see here that's a good thing is, it looks like some of you, you're letting go of some things, whether it was something that was disappointing or something, like I said, that was causing you a great deal of stress or issues. Some of you, there's something interesting enough. Yeah. You guys, yeah, some of you are absolutely aware that you have some unfinished business when it comes to something you may need to invest in. Otherwise, I feel like you guys are letting go of some things that were causing you issues in some form. Some of you have lost your energy. Some of you have lost your energy. Some of you have lost your creativity, your motivation, your ability to see outside of the box, your sense of wonder, and gifts in reverse. Okay, so, and I got feeling somebody out there, you just don't feel like anything good is coming your way, and that's not good. That's almost like some form of depression or something. Okay. Yeah, so some of you definitely have a need to, um, you gotta clear out your spiritual energy. You need to, balance out your emotional energy. And I just want to say this. Earlier today, I don't know, it hit me in my head, in my mind, that um, some of the most successful, happy, well-balanced people in the world are people who literally, and some of you may be able to relate to this or may need to hear this, are the people who they separate themselves from caring about what other people think, meaning they refuse to go by any standards of what others may deem to be successful, what others may deem to be valuable. Um, they literally separate themselves from caring about what others think about who they want to be, how they want to live their life, the things they want to pursue, goals, dreams they may have, so that they can authentically be themselves. Um, because when you can authentically be yourself and live your life the way you want to, a lot of times that's where the motivation comes from. It's where the inspiration comes from. within yourself, and it's where you can literally make things happen, literally by just separating yourself from toxic energy, people, anybody who would judge you, anybody who you would fear if they're going to judge you, or you would fear what are they going to think or say about this or that, and blah blah blah. Separate yourself from that, even if you just have to do it mentally and emotionally. Allow yourself to feel free to be yourself and to live your life the way you would like to, just so it's not harming anyone else and you're not literally harming yourself, okay? Um, because some of you, I feel like you're not living your best life and this is affecting you mentally, emotionally, um, for your mental, emotional health. And it's the reason why there's the unmotivated, more unenthusiastic energy maybe here, the fearful energy, the lack of motivation, lack of inspiration, depression, pessimism, there's a need to detox from that kind of energy. And too many people, live in this world caring what others think. Some of you may have been concerned about if there is anybody deceitful around you or any snakes in the grass. And to me, this is a sign that your worst fear is unfounded. Like there isn't anyone around there, around that might be trying to sabotage you. Um, so I want to say it's like a case of being paranoid in some form for anybody who's, feeling like you have enemies, unknown enemies. And what else is this? Okay. And yeah, there's a need for you guys to connect with your third eye, and to get in touch with your intuition. Okay. So at this point, I'm just going to move forward with spiritual advice with the cards. But what I'm looking at here, a lot of these health issues they can balance themselves out if you guys, clean up your diet, eat less junk food, eat more healthier, more well-balanced meals, get more fruits and vegetables, drink more water, um, less sugar if possible, um, and go for a walk, some form of exercise, get enough sleep and rest. You guys would be surprised. Some of you, if you lower the amount of, like I said, meat and dairy, some of these things will kind of, it allow, you don't have to do it permanently, but at least maybe if you did it temporarily, it can help your body to detox in some form. Those of you who are experiencing anemia, eating beets, it improves your iron levels naturally. So you guys have some sort of opportunity for some sort of prosperity, abundance, and blessings, or for things to turn around here, or there is some form of opportunity to, I'm hearing there's like an opportunity for change, or there's just something coming in for you guys. But there's coins on there. So for some of you, financially, you're going to see some sort of blessings come through, which for some of you will help relieve you of certain kind of stress that may have been burdening you. For some, it will help you pay for better health care, or to pay for certain health procedures that you may need to get, that you may have not felt like you could afford before. There's something about perfect timing here. And some of you, you don't think you're going to get to have romance, but these cards to be read in the upright. There is some sort of romance coming for you. So everybody's been suffering from um, this whole thing of thinking maybe you can't have some kind of love or romance. You can. That affects that affects people's overall health and well-being as well, their love life. So let's see what else is here for you guys. Okay. Start anew. So there is room for you guys to, start anew. You can pick back up where you left off and refresh the energy and watch it transform and watch it grow. If you're confused, it's okay to turn back. And I think that makes a lot of sense for the start anew card. Okay. And you're being told to just laugh, allow yourself to just relax, be unburdened, I like to watch a good comedy movie or Saturday Night Live sketches online or comedy sketches online, period. Laughter can be very, very healing, and they know this scientifically. It's been proven that laughter can heal. It can help heal the body. It can help uplift your mood as well. So you got the Ten of Earth. That's a great card. Ten of Pentacles is all about receiving abundance and prosperity and blessings. It's even like inheriting blessings. And if there's anything you invested into, whether it's yourself or some sort of investments or business, education, whatever, your health, it's going to pay off immensely. And that's just more proof of, you investing into yourself or into something that's going to make things better for you. You will see it pay off. So it's also pointing out for some of you a very happy family life or happy life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. So that's good energy there. You got the High Priestess. So this is like the second time that there's a need, it's being highlighted, there's a need for you guys to, use your intuition, strengthen your discernment, okay? And I don't know, when I like to strengthen my discernment, I will pray for stronger discernment. When I want my intuition to be stronger, I sit, I be still, and I be quiet. There's a guided meditation by Brain Sync and Kelly Howell on YouTube for free called Deep Insight. Every time I've ever listened to it, I either gain some sort of epiphany, either while listening to that track or the same day or days later, if I, listen to it. And if you don't get it that same day, listen to it the next day and whatnot and so forth, because it does something to kind of allow you to open up spiritually so that you can tune into your intuition and discernment, and you can gain the answers, because we all have that ability. Okay, so it's telling you to listen to your intuition, have patience, and consider carefully what you want before acting, and trust your gut and your instincts and follow your heart. Okay. Oops. And you have Page of Water here. Okay. So that's more intuitive energy. It's artistic sense of friendly energy. So it's pointing out that, and what's funny is this was in reverse too, but the Vice card's always read in the upright. And it's just pointing out that a new person enters your life. A new relationship begins, or a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. So your intuition is being highlighted. There's a need for you to use it, your discernment. And for some of you that, like I said, because believe it or not, your love life can impact, your wellness and whatnot, and change your mood. there's somebody out there that you just don't think you can have love or romance or get to enjoy excitement in that part of your life, but it's actually coming in for you, you know. If you're not seeing it yet, it's coming. Okay, so be more optimistic and hopeful. And some final advice cards here. Quiet time. So take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So there's a need for you guys to quiet your mind and get in touch with your spiritual side, sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. And honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So that's the cycles and rhythms card. Okay. So yeah, there's a need for you guys to really just balance get yourselves balanced out, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And for some of you, you may also need to balance out your diet and whatnot, and get more physically active and get better rest and take it easy. Okay. And enjoy a good laugh, you know. Um, Maybe be around some people if possible. Okay, so that, my dears, was the reading for group one. Okay, and I'm going to move on to the group number two. Move that out of the way. One second here. And so group number two is the wellness formula group. All right. Those in there. Okay. And you know, I didn't get to do this for the first one, but I want to do it for this one because I like doing singing bowls. That's to help clear that energy out from the first group. So, group number two, let's see what is going on with your health, mentally, emotionally, physically, overall, spiritually, whatever. Let's see. And you guys keep in mind that, like I told group number one, this is for those who are watching later or those who are coming in later. I am not a licensed medical professional. Okay. So please make sure that if you are having any serious medical or health issues, that you please go to a licensed medical professional. Okay. Otherwise, you guys can check out Dr. Eric Berg, Dr. Mandell with Motivational Doc, and there's some other doctors I will list below. Two of them are doctors of chiropractic, but they know so much about natural health in the body. And another one I'm going to list there, it'll be in the description if it's not already there. It'll also be in the comment section, a couple of medical doctors that are really great. Okay, so first card here, Nine of Wands. So I feel like for group number two, you guys, you are preparing, or you want to be prepared, or you are prepared for something. Some of you, I feel, guarded in some form. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, though. I feel like some of you are trying to guard and protect yourselves from the unexpected, or from just anything that you don't want happening, or trying to guard or protect your health, or, you know, stay up to speed on things. You're trying to make sure that you're in good health, or you're in a good position, and like I said, prepared for anything, and just protecting yourself overall here, or in a particular situation, or with your health. And that's the herb for that particular card is bayberry bark. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here that may need to come out before I go straight to the herbal tarot guidance book for what the bayberry bark um, is good for in terms of health issues or health conditions. Okay, you got Two of Wands. And so I feel like this makes a lot of sense here for the Nine of Wands and being prepared or protecting yourself. Um, I feel like you guys have some options here, and I feel like you guys, you have more than one direction or path that you can go with either your health or in your situation, whatever it is that you're focused on right now in your life. And you have the basil herb here. I feel like you guys kind of feel like yeah, I feel like some of you guys are in a good position in some regard because it's like you have the world in your hand, and you have some wiggle room to do some things for sure because you set yourself up that way. You're prepared and you have options, and that's a good thing. So I like seeing that. And then you have the Queen of Swords here in reverse. So there's something here that you either are not speaking up about, or something that you are not cutting out or cutting away or letting go of quite yet. Definitely something you're not speaking up about or speaking out about with the Queen of Wands in reverse. I mean, the Queen of Swords in reverse. I don't know why I said Queen of Wands. Because that Queen of Wands came out, some of you may not have, um, I don't know if I'm hearing energy or stamina or courage, but let's see what you guys got going here. So, here we go. All right. So, interesting enough here with the Two of Wands and the basil herb, um, that's a diaphoretic, it's a carminative, it's anti-inflammatory. There's a lot of health issues that can be caused by inflammation. So you want something that has anti-inflammatory effects. Um, the royal herb for an Italian cooking, of course, basil is great to cook with, especially if you're making some sort of sauce or I like to put mines on chicken. Really, I like to use it in a lot of things, but um, it says, thus the assignment is of a sophisticated nobleman looking over the world. Basil can be taken as a tea for a stomach upset, gas, colds, and fevers. So some of you may be having issues with gas, colds, fevers, upset stomach. Some of you may be having uh, health issues related to inflammation in the body in some form. Okay. But in terms of divinatory meaning occurring to the author, though, assessment, evaluation, recognition of one's full potential, genuine appreciation of one's own manifested powers and capacities. So, as I was saying before, you guys have the world in your hand. You have options. You have more than one path or direction you can take. And I feel like because you guys set yourselves up that way, which makes sense because I said you have the Knight of Wands, which is a card of which you did preparation, you prepared yourself, you know, so that you're ready for whatever and you're not caught off guard. Okay, so um, in regards to the Nine of Wands there, in terms of any particular health issues, the bayberry bark herb is a stimulant and astringent, which can be used for colds. So some of you may be having colds, flus, and it helps with promoting better circulation. while at the same time toning and contracting flaccid tissues. The powder is used externally as a dentrifice for receding gums. Okay, so some of you may be having gum line issues or receding gums and whatnot, and it could be used for that. Um, Now, in terms of, toning and contracting flaccid tissues, um, that tells me, and especially circulation issues, that tells me that some of you guys, I don't want to say somebody has been sedentary, meaning they haven't been doing much exercise and it's causing, um, uh, you know, soft, the body to get soft, meaning you're losing muscle tone and getting flabby or getting cellulite and things of that sort. But baby bar can help with that. But of course, you guys need to, you know, do some exercising, toning, working out, or something. But do what you're actually capable of doing without causing yourself any physical harm or strain or anything like that. But some of you may be experiencing cold or flu. Just because we're getting into the warmer months doesn't mean anybody isn't experiencing that. I recently experienced something like a cold or sinus issues more recently because my child picked something up from probably school or something. So you guys don't let your guard down. Keep your immune system boosted. I like to take a lot of vitamin C for that, and black seed oil and wellness formula. Okay, so I get those from the health food store. You can get them from Amazon as well. Some you can get them from Walmart. Some Walmarts carry all the three of those things. Okay, so this Queen of Swords in reverse. I already mentioned that somebody may not be speaking up or cutting something out in a situation that may need to be cut or let go. Okay. Um, let's see what the author is indicating here in regards to Lady Slipper is the herb that is on this particular card. So it's nervine, which could be for all nervous afflictions. It can be good for premenstrual syndrome. It can also be a tonic for hysteria and pain. Now, what's interesting is Lady Slipper, I couldn't tell you guys where to find it. Most people wouldn't know where to find it. You can go to a health food store. In most health food stores, they're not likely carrying something called Lady Slipper. You would have to seriously seek out an herbalist um, to get a hold of this, and not all herbalists has Lady Slipper, okay? So it's more of an exotic herb, and you may have to do your research online to find it, okay? Um, Usually I tell people to check out Amazon for exotic rare herbs, but even Amazon has its limitations, so you may need to Google it up, and like I said, see if you can find an herbalist who may have it or in some form. But otherwise, I like to take B complex for nervous health conditions, or lecithin is also good for nervous conditions, and for premenstrual syndrome, ladies, red raspberry leaf, you can find that in the tea form, and I'm not saying red raspberry leaf, LEAF, the leaf, red raspberry leaf. There's a difference between that and just red raspberry. It's known to help with premenstrual syndrome and reproductive issues for women. Okay, you can find it in capsule form or in tea form, and it's easier to find in tea form in stores like Sprouts, Whole Foods. Um, you might be able to find it in your local Walmart, Target in the health section of the store, um, but it's not a guarantee. So you can also find it on Amazon, okay? Amazon, or your local health food store, okay? Um, so pain, anything that is anti-inflammatory is good for helping with pain. So I mentioned in the beginning of this video, turmeric, ginger is another. So herbs like ginger, turmeric, black seed oil, um, those things can help with pain. be complex can help to some degree. Um, so otherwise, please seek out your medical professional for any possible pharmaceuticals that could help and whatnot. And if you want to know about something natural, you can also ask your doctor, okay? So, um, also, now, untrustworthy person, spy, and opportunist is something that the author is indicating here with the Queen of Swords in reverse. So you guys may be feeling that kind of energy, like somebody may be watching you, or you could be watching somebody, or there's untrustworthy energy there. Okay. All right. So moving forward, um, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. All right. Oh, I was sorry, you guys. I was reading from the wrong thing. Anyway, cutting unsympathetic person. So yeah, actually, I read the wrong thing. I apologize, you guys. Um, you guys, with this energy, the Queen of Swords in reverse, according to the author, because they already gave my interpretation. According to the author, cutting unsympathetic person. You guys could be carrying that energy or feel like there's someone around you with unsympathetic energy, somebody who will cut you off and go through changes. You guys could be, but one suffering from past injuries and relationships, distrustful person. So it generally had the same energy. Okay. So you guys could literally just be carrying that energy, or you're dealing with somebody with that kind of energy. Okay. So I feel like you guys, you may be also trying to protect yourself from that. So let's see what health issues are here based off of the cards that I have. And I made these cards myself, and I tried to put them with the colors of the chakras that certain health issues can result from when certain chakras are out of line or not balanced. Just because I want you guys to pay attention to not only particular health issues, mentally, emotionally, physically, or psychologically, but also spiritually, because some health issues result from spiritual energy imbalances. Okay, and that's not something that modern medicine typically will talk about, but in other like Eastern cultures and whatnot, it is believed that when your spiritual energy is not balanced, such as your chakras or your chi or whatever, that certain health issues can come about. Okay, mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, you know. So I don't like to ignore anything, and but keep in mind these readings are for insight. Okay, they're for insight, spiritual insight, and entertainment. If you guys are having any serious emergencies or any real serious health issues, please go seek out a licensed medical professional, because I am not. Be wise, be responsible. Okay. All right. So let's see. That one wanted to flip out. Let's see what else is here that may come out. There's one there. So, swelling. Somebody may be having health issues with swelling. Someone may be unmotivated, bored, and unenthusiastic. Okay. Um, that blue is relating to the throat chakra. And anything that keeps coming up with your throat chakra is pointing out that you're not speaking up or speaking out. And I already indicated with that Queen of Swords reverse, you may not be speaking up or speaking out, or cutting away something that is a problem for you. Okay. Um, some of you are overworked, or some of you, you just are a workaholic. Okay. Some of you are working too much and you're not allowing yourselves to relax or anything. Um, but some of you guys have issues with swelling. Some of you, you're just, I feel like you're too through You're over it, just bored, you're just not feeling it, feeling unmotivated, those kind of things. Let's see what other health issues are there. But that blue chakra, that's 3 cards coming up for the blue chakra there. So, guys, look into those chakras. There are guided meditations and soundtracks for free on YouTube that can help you rebalance whichever chakras are out of line for you to help with certain spiritual related health issues. Okay. Okay. Distracted, lack of focus. Somebody may be experiencing acid reflux. Keep in mind, you guys may not be experiencing all of these health issues. You may only be experiencing 1 or 2 of these health issues. Okay. Group 2, some of you are having issues with your weight. I don't know why I heard underweight, but that's a rare small group of you that may be underweight is what I heard. But for many of you, I have a feeling it's an issue with being overweight, or just wanting your weight to be more where you desire it to be. Okay. So it may not be that anybody out here is extremely overweight or obese or anything, or even too skinny. It's just some of you, you may want to put on some curves or tone up. Some of you may want to tone up because you want more definition, and you may want to add on some more curves to your body, whether you're a man or woman, because curves can come in all forms when it comes to toning that body up, masculine and feminine. Um, you know, some of you may, like I said, want to take on a certain type of body image, or either for health reasons or just for aesthetic appearances. But just for some of you, I feel like you just may want to get your weight under control. And it may not be anything extreme, but it's enough to bother you in some form. Or it may be something that you've noticed recently. Like some of you may have noticed that you've either put on some weight, extra weight that you normally wouldn't, and maybe struggling to lose it. Some of you may be losing weight that you don't feel you can afford to lose or want to lose, and that could be concerning you. But immune disorder. Let's see. Low blood pressure. Somebody may be dealing with sex addiction, or someone may be a sex addict. Somebody here is exhausted because that one flipped up on its own when I was shuffling before. Okay, this is back again. Diarrhea. So somebody has too much bacteria in their gut, in their system, and it could be causing diarrhea. The acid reflux is indicating someone definitely needs to change their diet or lower their stress. If you're eating too much junk food, or if your body's too acidic, it can cause acid reflux. If you're stressing out like crazy, you can get acid reflux. Okay. So there's a need for balance in some form or another. I'm definitely seeing gut issues there. And let me see, how many cards got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, I didn't want that many, but I'll pull one more. Oh, there we go. There's something going on with your feet. It's possible that your feet could be swelling, or you may have extremely dry feet. If you have very, very dry feet, you need to lower your blood sugar levels, or you may need to lower your blood sugar levels. If you have swelling feet, some of you may be having issues with edema, or you're just taking in too much sodium in your body. You may need to lower your salt intake and drink more water, and put your feet up and let them rest. Okay. All right. So let's see what else is here for you guys in terms of what other energy you guys are dealing with. And then after that, I'll go into spiritual, you guys. Also, I kind of got it that somebody may be having swollen feet because they got bit by an insect like an ant or a spider. If you got bit by an ant and your feet are swelling up, do a hot compress. If you got bit by a sweater, do a hot compress, which is like a hot, like a wet rag, like a warm one, or, it being hot, but not so hot that it burns you or cause you discomfort. But I was told by a pharmacist and also by a doctor that a hot compress or a hot wet rag or warm rag can help over the bite. If you were bit by an insect, can help pull the toxins and poisons from where you got the bite, and that can help relieve the swelling. Because a lot of times the swelling is a result, if you got bit by an insect, of the toxins or the poisons that your body's allergic to. Um, but that kind of hit me because somebody out there may have swelling feet for that reason. I used to get bit by spiders on my feet all the time, and then occasionally an ant, and my feet would swell up like crazy. If you're pregnant, some of you may be experiencing swelling feet. I had that issue as well. Okay, so trickery card in reverse. So, um, what's interesting is with the Queen of Swords reverse, according to the author, you guys, there's some sort of distrust or thinking there's somebody sneaky or untrustworthy. Yet, you got the tricky card in reverse, meaning that you don't feel like somebody is sneaky or underhanded or whatever. So I feel like you guys, I don't know if there's some self-conflict, if you're wondering if you could trust someone or not. Or maybe you're being told, hey, there's nothing to worry about. There's no one actually trying to deceive you or anything. It could be that maybe you were just feeling a little paranoid and you're being told by spirit here that there's nothing to be concerned about. But perhaps you guys just don't want to be naive, but you have faith card sideways, so that's telling me that you have wavering faith. You're not really sure what to trust, or you're feeling your guidance. You may feel like you're not sure where your guidance really is or where you're being guided to or taken. So there's, like I said, there's some sort of lack of faith or wavering faith, but you have the expansion card here. Some of you, you don't know if if um you just don't, some of you, it's like I feel like you know where you're headed and you feel like you can trust that this is going to go somewhere for you, whether it's your career or something, some other area of life, love life, whatever, or just your overall general purpose in life. um Whereas I got a feeling to some degree some of you might at times question whether you really truly believe um, that things are going the way you want them to, and that you can trust in the universe and the divine to, see you through. Um, Please be aware that if you lack positive belief in things working out, then you will manifest the worst, and you don't want to do that. So whatever it is you believe, you can manifest. So try to shift your thinking to being more positive. Even if you have to listen to positive songs and positive guided meditations and things on YouTube for free, and pray for, better faith, and just try to be more positive, try to be more optimistic, because you want to manifest things working out in your favor and things working out for your good and the greater good of everybody, right? You don't want to manifest anything negative. Let's see here. What else you got going on? Okay. There's some sort of need to compromise or negotiate or to make peace. There's some need to reconcile, to forgive, or to partner up with someone. There may be a need to go to counseling or therapy, okay, or mediation between you and someone else in order to heal uh, possibly a union, a relationship, a marriage, a family situation, or something related to litigation or work or whatever. Um, or for you to come to terms with whatever it is that you feel, believe, fearing, or are dealing with emotionally and psychologically and mentally. Okay. So if you are having inner turmoil, there may be a need to seek out counseling, therapy, or whatever. But whatever the case is here, I kind of wonder if somebody was dealing here with a situation where they aren't sure if somebody was loyal or faithful or not, and they're not, and you may be wanting to expand into something more serious with someone, okay? But hmm, some of you may be trying to figure out where can this go? Where can this go? Or can you take this further and expand with someone into having a family, marriage, relationship, children, whatever? But I got a feeling there's a need to have a heart to heart, some sort of talk, counseling, therapy, um, mediation, definitely compromise, arrangements, agreements, something. And then you got the bravado card in reverse. That's indicating to me, once again, it's like the Queen of Swords. It's not standing up to something, not speaking up, not going against the grain, not, it's like taking a passive seat here to something or to a situation, maybe because you don't want to rock the boat or you don't want to let something or someone go. Um, you know, not wanting to fight also here, I feel. So you don't want to start something, but there's definitely something that needs to be talked about or discussed or decided here, I feel. Okay. Because with the destiny card here, this feels destined, this situation. Okay. Um, there's a it's like there's a feeling that there's a greater purpose here, and I feel like somebody doesn't want to mess that up. Okay. So let's see what advice is here. For some reason, I feel like this is relating to somebody's love life, though. It could be relating to career life as well or other situations, but it feels very strongly like something involving interpersonal relationships. But um, and it makes a lot of sense here because and I these readings, they're meant to cover mental, emotional, psychological, and physical health and spiritual health and whatnot, because all these things affect our overall health and well-being. So though I may point out physical health issues, I also like to point out and pay attention to what else is going on in your overall life that can be affecting your mental, emotional, psychological, and spiritual health. Okay. You guys make sure you look into balancing your throat chakras here because this many cards is a strong indication that yes, you're not able to speak up, or you don't feel you can speak up, or you don't have the courage to speak up, or to speak your truth, or to be true to oneself with whatever it is you're speaking or communicating here. Um, and so the fact that, because these cards are also chakra based when it comes to the health issues, as much as I possibly could get it, because your spiritual health matters just as much. And so in modern medicine, they don't really like to look at energy in the body and, spiritual energy and whatnot. But in Eastern medicine, they definitely look at your chakras and your chi energy and whatnot, because it makes a difference to your overall health and whatnot when it comes to not only physical issues, but also mental, emotional, psychological as well. The second most um, brought up color here also is the yellow cards there, which if you look into the chakras, I believe that is the navel chakra, if I'm not mistaken. So look into that, okay? Um, Now you have success. So you have success. I feel like you will make success here in this situation, in which you will be able to find compromise. You will be able to have that heart to heart talk. You will be able to openly speak your mind and, work something out here, and speak your truth and work something out. Because I feel like there is a situation in which there is a lack of trust, or not being sure what, if somebody is being fair, honest, truthful, loyal, or faithful or not here, or if they're being deceptive or sabotaging for whatever reason. But you will get to work that out. Um, you have the if you believe card, and so I did mention earlier, whatever it is you believe, you manifest. So try to stay on the positive spectrum there with whatever it is you're thinking or believing, so you can manifest the most positive outcome. And then you have take action. Okay, so there may be a need for you to do something here, whatever that may be, which maybe you need to speak up, or um, make a positive or kind gesture or something, or just say, hey, we need to talk. Or some of you may need to do things that you need to do to help improve your health here. Okay. Um, because some of you do have some health issues, in which some of you may need to get better rest, eat healthier, and get a little exercise, whether it's walking or, actually working out or something. Let's see what other advice is here. Okay, you have the star card there. Some of you, you may be struggling to be more optimistic, but this is pointing out you need to be optimistic, because happy times are bound here. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, and you're on the right path. You got the Two of Water, the Two of Cups. So that's a reconciliation card. That's also a card of friendship, a relationship card, a bonding card, a card of agreements, and compromise, contracts, arrangements. Okay. And it's telling you a relationship that continues to grow closer. Also, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict, because it also is a mediation card. Okay. Five of air, it's pointing out an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. It's also, that card indicates wanting to get what you want without having to uh, fight for it or go through any changes for it. But oftentimes, you really, sometimes it can be an underhanded card, but sometimes you have to know that anything worth having is worth putting forth the effort um, to maintain or keep, okay? And then you have the life experience card. So it's pointing out a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, okay? It's time to spread your wings. Okay, and then you have be courageous. Okay, interesting, because I kind of got earlier that somebody here didn't really want to speak up. It's telling you also to create and to see the light. Okay, so try to see the positive in the situation, be more optimistic, Look for brighter outcomes. Don't think the worst. And then you have transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings, much like the butterfly. Unconditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. That's like manifesting positive energy. So, Mother Earth, you are called upon to help in your environment. And then it says, go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Okay. All right. So that was group 2's reading. And I'm going to move on forward to group 3. Okay, and keep in mind that whenever you come across these readings is when they may resonate for you, because all my readings are timeless. I do not believe in anything timed unless I state it is timed, because in the spiritual realm, whatever information is picked up, in the spiritual realm, there is no sense of time. That is man's creation, okay? Many times I've come to readings that were a whole year, 2, 3, 5 years old. And when I found those readings, they resonated because that was when I was supposed to receive the information. Okay. All right. Moving on to the third group, which is the black seed oil group. The lighting may not be exactly the best, but then again, let me see if I can set the lighting up to be better. Hold on. Let me take a second. This will only take a second. I have a little fancy light thing here that could make the lighting better. Second now. All right. We're going to put that on. Oops, I'm still trying to figure out how to use this thing. There we go. Yay, lighting. Better lighting. And then, oops. There's different kinds of lights. Yeah, well, I want it as bright as possible, I guess, but I wanted a different one. There we go. I like that one better, right? Yeah, that's better. Okay. All right, y'all. This is the final group reading with the black seed oil group here. Third group. Let's see what health issues are present for group 3. But before I do that, clear the energy. That's nice. Okay. All right. And you guys, keep in mind that I am not a licensed health professional, so please seek out a licensed health professional, medical professional, whatever it is that you know you need to see if you're having serious health issues. These readings, they're for entertainment purposes only, and you can possibly gain some insight, but this is not something to take so seriously to the point of you failing to take accountability to see a professional licensed medical professional, okay? And so the first card there, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. That is a card of gratitude and opening up. So being open, becoming more open, opening up, and a card of gratitude and appreciating things overall. Judgment in reverse. So for some reason, someone is not seeing things clearly, or there is a need for better clarity somehow. And perhaps there is some truth that has not been revealed yet. Or someone is unable to see the truth. But I feel like there's something about a need for clarity. Let me see if I get one more card here. And then I'm going to go to the author's interpretation of the herbs and the cards. Okay. For some reason, there are 4 that came out. So, 5 of Wands. So, choosing to avoid conflict and pettiness and fights and arguments. Coming out of conflict or avoiding it. Okay. Justice in reverse. Why are there so many reverse cards here? Major arcana at that. Justice in reverse. Feeling like things are not fair or things are not balanced. Things are not balanced here. Damn. Ace of Pentacles, okay. Feeling like a lack of a new beginning, lack of abundance, but you guys, goodness, what's going on with group 3 here? You guys, what's going on? Okay, so I'm just gonna go down each card. Normally I wouldn't, but you know, I got the light here, so I can do it. All right. So we're gonna start with the Pentacles here, since they're both in the same group. Pentacles, 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 Pentacles. Alright, so okay. 4 of Pentacles. The Cascara herb is what's on this particular card. Okay. That's a tonic. It's a laxative. We all know that laxatives are good for if you are constipated in any form. So you might be having a constipation issue, possibly, or whatever. Or you may be literally full of it. No offense, no offense. Or you may feel like somebody else is, but it promotes bowel movements and the discharge of bile from the liver and generally cleanses the intestinal tract. Okay, so that's what the castor bark is for. There are other herbs that you can take that can help with that. Like, okay, castor oil is not an herb, but you can take castor oil to help with constipation. You could also drink more water. There is, what is it called? What is it called? And I would be the one who can't remember. Cinnaleaf. Cinnaleaf is also an herb that is good for constipation. But if you go to your local grocery store, Walmart or Target or even Amazon, if you look up Smooth Move Tea by Traditional Medicinals, that tea is great because not only does it have cinnaleaf in it, but it also has herbs that are soothing and calming to the stomach so that you don't get gassed up or feel discomfort while you're trying to become unconstipated. So it'll have ginger and fennel in it, which will help with gas and stomach discomfort. You can also take marshmallow root with cinnaleaf to help with stomach discomfort while you're trying to get unconstipated, okay? So now, in terms of, my interpretation for Pentacles is when it's in reverse is someone opening up, becoming more receptive, becoming more appreciative, having more gratitude, and being more open and open-minded, okay? You know, for the author, it's letting things pass through without absorbing their intent and meaning. That's another way to look at that card in terms of how you may want to interpret it or gain meaning from it. Okay. Ace of Pentacles here. That's whole grains. Okay, so everything on here is not necessarily herb, but whole grains. So you guys, this makes so much sense. If you have been experiencing constipation, you need more fiber. You need more fiber. So you can eat more fruits and vegetables, drink more water to go with those fruits and vegetables. Raw fruits and vegetables, you guys, like salads, apples and things. You know, lettuce, carrots. In terms of the whole grains, it's the fiber that I believe that you guys need You can eat things like Wheaties and whatnot, but it's better to, avoid all that sugar if possible, because you don't want to increase your sugar levels or anything. You can take Metamucil, which is great. Um, Now, whole grains are, considered a tonic, nutritive, the basis of all sound nutrition. Whole grains raise and regulate energy and generally balance the metabolism of the body. Okay. Um, it's also pointed out a need for deep nourishment, unsatisfied desires, cravings, and yearnings. Okay. Um, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's like a lack of a new beginning, in career or work, or with, or it's like a lack of abundance in your finances and your money. Okay. So it is a sense of lack. Okay. Moving on to the other cards here, with the Five of Wands in reverse, the health issue that comes up with that. Okay, it should be here. There we go. Okay, so turmeric. That's one of my favorite herbs. Turmeric is good for, inflammation, lowering inflammation. Okay, it's a stimulant. It's a mild indigo, a digestant, carminative for circulatory problems caused by liver disorders. So it can help with circulation, and it's an excellent tonic for women to regulate their menstrual cycle. Okay. Commitment, determination to play and win. Um, but in this case, um, with this in reverse, posturing and fooling around and a lack of commitment, okay, is what may be going on here. All right, jumping to the major arcana cards. So, judgment in reverse. That's the golden seal herb. The golden seal herb is, you often will see it with echinacea, the echinacea herb, and it's because they both work really well hand in hand to boost the immune system, but also to help, dry out mucus in the body that may be causing you, sinus issues, sinus congestion, a lot of heavy mucus in the body and whatnot. Can you find golden seal by itself? Yes, but oftentimes you'll find golden seal, paired with echinacea. Um, I I have it in my cabinet myself, and I take it, when I, think I have a cold, or if I think I've been eating too much dairy and stuff, which can cause a lot of mucus in the body. So, um, golden seal is the bitter brew one must take for overindulgence and self abuse, since bitterness is detoxifying and cleansing. It is an alterative, a tonic, a shalog or something. I don't know if I pronounced it right, and is used as an antibiotic as well to dry up mucus discharges and to purify the blood and lymphatic system. So it's great stuff. Um, so this is suggesting that, you know, when in this card with the judgment and golden seal, it's kind of indicating overindulgence, or someone, not being responsible when it comes to what they're consuming or drinking or whatever. Um, but it's symbolically used is an extremely, um, overindulgent person, one who eats too many sweets, craving for extremes of pleasure and fun at the expense of one's own well-being. Um, Renewal, changes, awakening, of course, with the card, but in reverse, according to the author, the way they interpret, or, judgment reverse, facing the consequences of one's actions. A time of personal reckoning, strong considerations, and decisions to be made about the future. Okay, so in a lot of senses, um, And this makes a lot of sense because if this card recognizes overindulgence, it's pointing out that there's a need for you guys to pay attention to your actions and the consequences of it. So if you've been indulging in things, or being reckless in any form with your health or your behavior, or not making the wisest decisions, or not really um, doing things that you know will benefit your health, and you know you're doing things that's going to wreck your health, it's time for you to pay attention to that, okay? Because you haven't been, judgment reverse, you've been kind of ignoring that, and it's time for you to face up to it, okay? Um, Justice card in reverse, like I said, that's, feeling like things aren't fair, or things not going in your favor in some form. But let's look at the herb that correlates with it. So that's the plantain, okay? Plantain adjusts heat and body metabolism, and it is an anti-inflammatory, a diuretic, and an alterative. It is used as a poultice for infections, wounds, and injuries, and as a tea for bladder infections and hepatitis. Um, Something else that works really well for bladder infections, you guys, um, echinacea echinacea and golden seal, and cranberry juice unsweetened, okay? Um, and also apple cider vinegar water, apple cider vinegar in your water, okay? So that's something else if you guys are having bladder infections, okay? Um, Especially unsweetened cranberry juice. But now, lack of compassion and a stickler for principles, fussiness. So some of you guys may have been fussy, or maybe dealing with fussiness. Okay, um, some of you may have been lacking compassion, and right now I feel like in a time where there's a lot of crazy things going on, there's a lack of compassion. People pointing fingers at one another and saying, it's your fault, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. Or this person did that, horrible of them. There's a lack of compassion and not seeing that there's a lot of mental health issues going on. And then our government has not been doing its end to protect people, or to make sure that better mental health is available for people who may be suffering from mental health issues. Okay, I'm gonna close my blinds up real quick here. Okay, because I don't want people looking in my house. But so work on if you are, lacking compassion towards, other people. There may even be a concern that you may feel like others are lacking compassion towards you, possibly. Okay. So, let's see what other things are possibly going on with your health here. My group 3, what else is going on with your health? And you guys, please remember, I am not a licensed medical professional. Please go see a licensed medical professional or health practitioner license. If you are having any serious health issues, these readings are fun and they can sometimes help you gain insight, but it's for entertainment purposes only. Um, you can check in the description box below this video and later on in the comments. You can look up Dr. Eric Berg, Doctor of the Chiropractic, Dr. Mandell. A Motivational Doc is also a doctor of chiropractic. There are a couple of medical doctors. I can't remember their names right now, but I will try to include them in the description below. But they all know about health, okay? And they give some great advice. They are licensed health professionals in some form, okay? So you can check them out. But these cards here I made, they are my own health cards, and they have different various health issues on them, some of the most common. But I use a color deck because I like to pay attention to spiritual energy. Because in Eastern medicine, they, pay attention to your chakras and your chi and whatnot. Because they're aware that your spiritual health can affect your physical, mental, and emotional health as well. And so a lot, if you see a lot of cards come up under a particular color, pay attention to that because it could very well, you know, be pointing out that that particular chakra is influencing your health in some form. Okay, so let's see what's going to pop out from these cards. Okay. All right, so some cards from here want to definitely come out. I'm going to let them, and there's some more here. And I'm looking at a lot of orange cards, so you guys, you might want to, let me put these further down. You might want to pay attention to your navel chakra, you guys. I could be wrong about which chakra this is, but you guys, you look into it. You can look on Google or YouTube, and it's going to point out some things to you, okay? But it's a lot of orange cards here coming up. So it's pointing out that somebody might be pregnant. Either you are or you desire to be. Like I said, remember to do your due diligence there. Take a pregnancy test, whatever you need to do. Go to your doctor. Someone may be experiencing back pain and back aches, back trouble. Someone may be experiencing fibroids, or someone may be experiencing miscarriage. Someone may be experiencing safety being compromised or being around potential safety hazards. And you guys remember, you may not be experiencing all of these issues. You may only be experiencing one or a few of these issues, okay? Someone may possibly be a diabetic or a pre-diabetic. So if you're not diabetic yet, you might be borderlining on your way there, and you may need to make sure you keep your blood sugar levels lowered, in which cinnamon can help with that, alpha lipoic acid. This is not the time. Catch me later, you guys. And you might want to watch how much sugar and carbs you're taking. Nope, not the time. Busy. Some of you might be having issues with your health, with your throat. Hold on here. Sorry about interruption, you guys. Okay. Throat. So you guys may be having something going on with your throat, whether it's your throat chakra being blocked, or you're having a sore throat, or something going on in your throat, period. There's plenty of things inside of your throat that could be happening. I don't guess somebody's tonsils or something, or some swelling. Metabolism. Someone may be experiencing issues with metabolism issues, whether it's a low metabolism. It's not common for someone to have an issue because they have a fast metabolism. It's usually more common for people who have issues with low metabolism, in which they're not burning their food fast enough in the calories and whatnot. Let's see what else comes up. Okay, somebody might be experiencing depression. Someone might be experiencing, someone may be hyperactive. Maybe it's you or a child or something. Okay, someone might have a tumor. Someone may feel deprived, sex deprived, not getting none. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. Trust me. I know it's not funny. Um, Someone has maybe having an unhealthy diet and an unhealthy lifestyle, and someone may be surrounded by toxic people or in a toxic environment. Yeah, let me see if I can get one more card here. Wow, and here's one more red one. Okay, so somebody may be actually experiencing physical pain. Okay, but I pray it's not from somebody being physically abusive or anything like that. If it is, then please try to get out of that situation. There are always helpful resources. But um, so I'm looking at the sacral chakra is something that needs to be balanced for you guys. Um, the root chakra and the navel chakra and the throat chakra. Okay, these are things that may need to be balanced for you guys. All right, and so, and I feel like your heart chakra, you need to strengthen that as well, because if you're experiencing depression and you had a miscarriage, wanted to be pregnant or anything, that could be heartbreaking. And I pray for those of you who are experiencing that. Okay, so what else is going on for you guys? Okay, five of staffs here. So there's conflict. There may be arguments, fights, petty disagreements, conflict, period. It could even be, I feel like, internal conflict as well. Disagreements, not getting along, not seeing eye to eye. It even could be competition, whether it's healthy competition or unhealthy competition. That's a lot of cards that came out sideways. So, Nine of Cups, wanting to get your ultimate wish here, what it is that you desire, but you may not be sure if you will. Page of Swords, you're not sure what to keep an eye on, and you're not sure if others are paying attention to you or not, or keeping an eye on you or whatever. Ten of Swords here. Um, it's kind of like feeling defeated, yet you refuse to be defeated, and refuse to give up. And the Six of Cups here, um, possibly looking back behind you, and I kind of feel like looking back in that you're trying to reflect on what you may have done, what somebody else may have done, memories, or just trying to reevaluate um, things that's already been done and said, and trying to figure out, does this make sense? Does that make sense? Did you do something? Did they do something? Could you have done something differently? Could you have done better? Could they have done better? Da da da. Nostalgia, memories, and just sometimes it's looking back instead of looking forward ahead. Okay, something about the past or things done in the past. Maybe even someone or something from the past, but let's see what other energy is here. And keep in mind, these readings, they're not just about physical health, but they're also about mental, emotional, and spiritual health as well. Okay. So the guilt card fell on the floor. So someone is feeling um, kind of bad here. I feel like someone's feeling bad And either it's feeling bad for oneself or feeling bad about the situation or feeling bad for somebody, feeling tied up in like you can't escape um, another situation that you may have to be responsible for or not be able to escape responsibility. Um, you meant well, but you could be neglecting a situation or neglecting someone else, or someone could be neglecting you because they have other responsibilities they're tied to. They probably meant well with their intent, but either way it goes, someone's drowning in their sorrows and just not feeling great about it. Rejection card in reverse. Um, I feel like somebody's given into all of these external um, opinion or given into thoughts, negative thoughts and things. Someone really could possibly be feeling, um, you know, because in the upright, this particular card upright, it's like rejecting society and other people's voices and opinions. But in reverse, it's like doing the opposite. It's like feeding into the negativity and other people's opinions and things of that sort. Could it possibly mean rejection? Yes, but it also could not mean rejection just because it's in reverse. So um, I I think in this situation, someone may have been questioning if they were feeling like if they were rejected or not, but maybe understanding that they weren't, or someone may um, have caused someone to feel this way, but they really weren't trying to reject anybody. It's just that they're tied up with other responsibilities, and this could be causing them to neglect the situation, whether it's you or someone else, or you doing this to someone else. But no one really meant for this to be this way. It's just it is what it is, and it's causing um, these. It's like I feel like it's causing confusion on if someone was rejected or not for some reason. Dang it! I forgot to put my doggone headset back on. So I hope you guys were able to hear everything. If you weren't, um, and see, this is why I don't like people interrupting my readings because when they do that, it just throws everything off. So I'm not sure what you guys heard or not before, but I'm going to go over the things that I think you may have not heard. Pay attention to these colors here because they also relate to your chakras. So we got someone maybe wanting to be pregnant, or maybe they are pregnant, miscarriages, possibly fibroids, possibly back pain, back aches, back trouble, safety, compromise, safety hazards, possibly. Someone may possibly have a tumor or be diabetic or pre-diabetic, meaning you need to lower that blood sugar. Um, Cinnamon is good for that. Alpha lipoic acid is good for that. Lowering the amount of carbs and sugars and sweets. Um, Eating healthier. Somebody might be experiencing physical pain. Someone might be sex deprived. Somebody might be unhealthy or have unhealthy diet lifestyle. Someone may be surrounded by toxic people or a toxic environment. Someone may be experiencing depression. Someone might be hyperactive, possibly a hyperactive thyroid. Someone may be having a low metabolism. Green tea and matcha is good for increasing the metabolism. So is exercise. Um, Someone may be having issues with their throat chakra or their throat in some form. Um, the colors here the most are the ones that correlate to the navel chakra, the sacral chakra, and the throat chakra. Okay. Um, so you guys, and possibly the heart chakra if you're experiencing miscarriage and depression. Okay. Um, So I want to make sure that was covered. But if you look up guided meditations or soundtracks for balancing the chakras, look into these particular chakras because in Eastern medicine, they believe that when your chakras are out of line, it can cause health issues. If your chi is out of line, or off balance, it can cause health issues. And I've experienced knowing this to actually be true in some cases in my own experience. Okay. Now, getting into possible other issues that could have been presenting itself in your health, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. There's conflict here or competition, whether it's healthy competition or not. Um, Arguments, disagreements, conflict, fighting, whatever. It's just negative energy overall, but it can even be internal conflict, and it's over getting your wishes and your desires, but you may not be necessarily getting what it is that you want or wishing for or desiring. Um, and you're probably experiencing a situation in which you're not sure if you are being ignored or if others are paying attention or not. You may be paying attention to someone or not paying attention to them. It's not quite clear. Um, so it's like paying attention to something versus ignoring it. Ten of Swords here. It's like a feeling of defeat or feeling backstabbed or deceived, but then you're not quite clear if that's really going on or feeling absolutely just exhausted and um, but then you're trying to hang in there, okay? But like I said, you're also maybe questioning if somebody really had any ill intent or not. This is also energy here where some of you, you may be questioning if you need to get surgery or not. You might be looking into it, but then not looking into that. You know, I feel like somebody here may also be trying to preserve their energy and their strength because they don't have it in them to fight or whatever. They're trying their best and looking back to see what you could have done, or looking back at what somebody else did, or what, overall, may have contributed to this, and wondering, do you need to go back or go over anything, or do you need to um, just push forward, okay? So you have this whole situation of I feel like there's guilt here over someone thinking they may be neglecting something or someone or being rejected, but not really. Um, in trying to reject negative thoughts and feelings and doubt, but at the same time, you know, understanding that everything is not necessarily a rejection. It's just that I feel like somebody here is tied to some sort of circumstances or responsibilities that they feel obligated to, and their intentions were well, but someone here still felt neglected or left out, in the cold or whatever. Um, but I feel like no one meant to do this, whether you didn't meant to do this or someone else didn't. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing presented here in someone's situation here. Now I'm going to pull some more other cards here. I went over that stuff again because I realized that I didn't have my headset on and I didn't want to assume what could be heard or couldn't be heard. Um, so I decided, let me just go over that stuff again with my headset on, okay? Just so I know that nothing was missed or unheard. Okay, so let's see what else is going on in the situation and then press forward. This one wanted to jump up. So priorities. So this energy comes back out. It's not that somebody's running away from somebody or trying to be avoided. It's just that they have priorities and they may be trying to get their priorities straight, but I also feel like somebody may be missing out on um, taking care of priorities, responsibilities, and obligations. Okay. I feel like this is, some of you are neglecting responsibilities and priorities, while others are neglecting people um, over responsibilities and priorities. And, you know, um, this is either you or someone else doing this, and it's affecting the situation. Okay. Loss in reverse, that's interesting. So no one really took a loss here, and I'm thinking maybe somebody's realizing this. That it's not rejection, it's just priorities, but someone could be feeling guilty about this. Okay. Someone definitely is kind of back and forth between suffering over this. So I feel like somebody has some neglect issues or feeling deprived, and there's just suffering here because there's internal conflict as well over feeling guilty or over feeling what they need to pay attention to versus what they are or aren't. So that's, I don't think I need to do any more cards. That speaks volumes. All these cards are pointing out the same thing. It's speaking volumes. So that's interesting. Um, okay, so interesting enough, this card wanted to come out in the upright as feeling lucky, but then it quickly fell to the side because as much as you could feel good about the situation or feel lucky or blessed, it's also a situation in which you're wondering, are you really lucky or blessed? Is this really a good thing or not? Will this work out? One could be feeling like their luck is not so great for some reason. Okay. Yeah, somebody here in their love life and their sex life or their romantic life, they don't feel too lucky or feel like it's going as well as they want it to. They could be feeling like it's going completely sideways. Wow, that energy is it just keeps popping up here. So everything is on point. Interesting. Yeah. Someone is not allowing themselves to take it easy or relax or reflect, but also someone here is not present for some reason. Okay. So I'm not going to move further into those cards. I'm just going to go now into the advice portion of the reading. So, spiritual advice, what's here? Someone's not allowing themselves to just really enjoy themselves or relax, take it easy, and just not worry about things. Um, let's see. Okay, so within the next few weeks, I feel like your luck is going to change here, or something is going to be addressed. Okay, something's going to be addressed, or some luck here is going to change in the situation. Be honest with you, I feel like for somebody out there, not everybody, I heard separation. Not everybody, just somebody. Okay? And I feel like if there is a separation, it's because of lack of desire to compromise, but you're being told, because advice is always written upright, to compromise. It's just the way it came out that says a lot to me. Um, there's a need to have helpful people, so there's a need to maybe talk about others. Reconsider. You may want to reconsider. And it says you're ready. You guys will know what it is that you may need to reconsider. Um, let's see what else. Page of Water. That's intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly energy. It says a new person enters your life, a new relationship begins a new phase, or it says a relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. So an offer comes your way, which could offer you some sort of romance, okay, or a personal offer. Ace of Air, that's like a new beginning. That takes off with a little, it starts off maybe with a little difficulty, maybe a little conflict, but it works itself out. But it's pointing out brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning, okay. Four of Air usually signifies there's a need to take a break and take a rest and recover. May even be a need to take a vacation if possible. So it says time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. Okay, and you got the awakening card there. So that's pointing out, look at things from a different perspective. Even if things are a temporary standstill, it's important to be yourself. Okay. And let me get this other deck here. Okay. And it says love your body. That's the self-esteem card. So not only is it telling you to love your body, but to love yourself overall, period. You know, appreciate yourself. You have it's not an emergency card. Okay. So rejoice in that. Give more. In order to receive more, you need to give more, right? But it's telling you to give more in some form. Reclaim your art. So there's something that you are good at that you may have not chosen to honor or use in quite some time, and it's telling you to dust it off and use that, okay? And it says to decorate. Oops. Let's see. And final advice cards here. So you have be bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risk and be daring. Undying love, the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. You have purification. It's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and your mind. Okay, so that you can operate with a clear heart and head. All right, so group 3, that was your reading, and I hope it was helpful to you. Health is not just physical, it's also mental and emotional, so your well-being matters. Um, I hope this reading will be helpful to those of you who were able to watch it now and those who will watch it in the future. Remember, this is timeless. Whenever you come across it is when it may resonate for you. And remember, seek out professional help from a licensed practitioner, no matter what it is that you are concerned about, and that this reading was for entertainment purposes. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading or that it was in some form insightful to you, even though it's for entertainment purposes. And please hit the like button because that helps my channel and it helps the reading reach others who may need to see it. And sorry it's been so long since I've been on here doing readings, but I've been taking care of business and working on my business. So, and I forgot to mention, for those of you who are trying to get pregnant but maybe struggling to, in the beginning I showed royal jelly. You guys can also consider, oh wow, there's chest on the other side. You guys may also want to consider red raspberry leaf tea, pregnancy tea by Traditional Medicinals. You can find those on Amazon, in your local health food store, Sprouts, Whole Foods, and consider, some alternative health doctors. I knew a lady who, she's an acupuncturist, but she also is a Chinese medicine doctor. And so, she showed me her wall. This was like back when I was 26. And she was like, are you sure you don't want to have kids? Because, culturally, she thought I was too old to not be trying to have kids. At the time, I was 26, not in my mind. But she showed me a whole wall of women who she helped get pregnant, and she didn't help them get pregnant with just one child, but with multiple children. So like with twins and triplets, and there was so many of them on her wall, because she knows of Chinese herbs and things that can help women reproduce, and men as well reproduce. So when modern medicine fails or nature fails, look into natural medicine and see a licensed health practitioner in some form, because they may know some things that can help you out. Okay, and be positive and prayerful, and make sure you detox your health as well, because that makes a difference. All right, peace, and comment and let me know how the reading resonates. if it resonates. And I'll be doing some more readings later.